Efua arrived at the Mensa mansion carrying only a faded Ghana must-go bag and a quiet, hopeful spirit. She was 17, shy, and new to the city. Her aunt had brought her from the village, assuring the family that Efua was respectful and hard-working. The moment she stepped out of the taxi, she froze. In front of her stood the biggest house she had ever seen. Tall marble pillars, large glass windows glowing under the sunlight, a garden trimmed like something from a movie, and luxury cars lined up like trophies. Efua whispered to herself, "Hey, is this someone's house?" But beneath the beauty, something felt strangely heavy. The air around the mansion was quiet, almost too quiet, and Efua sensed tension she could not explain. Inside the home lived the wealthy Mensa family. Mr. Mensa, the father, was respected but rarely at home. Madame Rebecca, his wife, ran the house with strictness that frightened most housemaids. Kojo, the eldest son, was rude and spoiled, while Zara, the youngest, was quiet, artistic, and lonely. The mansion sparkled, yet the people inside it felt distant, stiff, and burdened. Efua's work began quietly, and she moved like a shadow, watching, learning, and slowly discovering the secrets of the mansion. One evening, while sweeping the upstairs hallway, she noticed a small, carved wooden box pushed under Zara's door. Curious, she picked it up, feeling its unexpected weight. Before she could knock, Zara opened the door, her eyes wide with fear. "Did you touch the box?" she whispered. Efua nodded slowly and handed it over. Zara grabbed it quickly and said, "Please, don't tell anyone." The door closed sharply. Efua stood there confused, but she could clearly see the fear in Zara's eyes. As days passed, strange things began to happen. Doors that Efua closed would open again on their own. She heard footsteps in the hallway late at night. She saw Zara crying quietly in the garden during the afternoons. She overheard Mr. Mensa shouting in his study about debts and threats. She saw Madame Rebecca receiving secret envelopes late at night from men she didn't recognize. Efua realized the mansion, though beautiful, was full of hidden cracks. Then everything changed on a quiet Wednesday night. Efua was cleaning the kitchen when she heard faint voices by the back gate. She moved closer and heard the unmistakable sound of a metal tool against the window. Her heart dropped. She peeked through the kitchen curtain and saw 3 masked men creeping into the compound. Thieves, dangerous ones. Fear washed over her, but she refused to freeze. The family was asleep, unaware and vulnerable. Efua grabbed the nearest object, a broom, but she knew this wasn't enough. She ran upstairs, her heart pounding like drums. She knocked on Zara's door first. "Wake up," she whispered urgently. "We are in danger." Zara reacted instantly, calm and obedient. Efua then ran to Kojo's room. He shouted at her for disturbing him until she pulled him toward the window and he saw the intruders. His face changed instantly. Efua hurried to Mr. Mensa next. She had never knocked on his study door before, but she pushed through her fear. "Sir, please wake up. Thieves are inside the compound." Something in her voice made him act without hesitation. Within minutes, the family gathered in the hallway, frightened and confused. Efua quickly guided them toward the hidden panic room. She only knew about the room because she overheard workers discussing it earlier. Madame Rebecca stared at her in shock. Mr. Mensa's breathing was heavy, and Kojo trembled, trying to hide it. Zara clutched the same wooden box she had taken from Efua weeks earlier. Inside the panic room, the family huddled together while chaos erupted outside. The thieves broke windows, threw furniture, and searched each room. Efua held the carved box tightly, not knowing why it mattered, but knowing it was important to Zara. Zara whispered, "Open it." Inside were documents, birth certificates, bank papers, and a letter addressed to Zara in Mr. Mensa's handwriting. Zara read it silently as tears fell. She whispered to Efua, "I'm not Madame Rebecca's daughter. She adopted me. These papers, if they are stolen, they could destroy my father." Efua finally understood Zara's fear. She wasn't just saving valuables, she was protecting identity, family, and truth. Soon after, police arrived, alerted by the hidden alarm Mr. Mensah triggered. The thieves were arrested, and the mansion fell silent again. The next morning, Mr. Mensah called everyone to the living room. Efua stood aside, unsure whether she had done something wrong. Instead, Mr. Mensah placed his hand gently on her shoulder. "Efua," he said, "you saved my family, you saved my daughter, and you saved this home." Madame Rebecca, usually stern, stepped forward with tears in her eyes. "From today," she said softly, "you are not just a housegirl, you are family." Zara hugged Efua tightly. "Thank you for saving me," she whispered. For the first time since she arrived, the mansion no longer felt cold. It felt warm. It felt alive. It felt like home. And Efua, once the quiet girl with nothing but a faded bag, had become the protector who saved the entire mansion.